Hello everyone. We all love going to mountains, beaches and other such natural places to relax and rejuvenate ourselves. But how about living in the mountains? This is where I'm standing right now. This place is in a village called Satkhol in the district Nainital of UK, not United Kingdom, but Uttarakhand in the northern part of India. Today, I'm going to interact with a wonderful person who, after having a lucrative career into corporates spanning over 22 years, builds a house in the mountains and starts something called Himalayan Writing Retreat. You can see the mountains out here. It's basically the Kumaon range. And I'm personally inspired from him because he turned every failure into opportunity. His name is Chetan Mahajan. And guess what? He wrote his first book sitting in a jail. So I hope you get some gems out of this conversation. Welcome Chetan to my show.
Thanks Kritika for having me.
So first of all, I would like to thank you that you live in such a beautiful setting and I'm just loving this place. But as I got to know from you that you were brought up in an army family and you lived like almost all parts of India.
True.
तो कभी आपने सोचा था कि आप पहाड़ों में आकर रहेंगे?
नहीं सोचा नहीं था पहाड़ों से प्यार बहुत था बचपन से ही था मगर this was never part of the plan. It's not like I had this big dream that I would at some day go and live in the mountains. It just kind of evolved and happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to tell you again that he is an author. He published this book, The Bad Boys of Bokaro Jail, while he was, mistakenly sent to a jail.
True.
In Jharkhand. You moved to this place and started Himalayan Writing Retreat.
That's right.
And what was the concept behind starting this retreat? Do you always know that you are a writer or?
So I used to be in the corporate world and then I'd effectively given up the corporate life and moved to the mountains. And once we moved here, I was doing a little consulting and then wo fir khatam ho gaya. And I had to do something to make a living. I didn't have any source of income. And so it was really trying to make something out of one of my hobbies, one of my passions. And I really like to teach and I really like to write. And also because, I've run a couple of startups, so I really like entrepreneurship. So that's how the idea was born and we started it. I knew of writing retreats in other parts of the country and other parts of the world rather. बट फिर ये हमने एक बहुत छोटे से एक एक्सपेरिमेंट की तरह ट्राई किया इसको एंड दैट वर्कड आउट एंड देन इट स्लोली grew and now it's quite well established. So yeah.
What all do you offer in this Himalayan Writing Retreat? What kind of workshops happen over here?
So we have a lot of different programs, mostly all related to writing. So we do writing basic courses, then we do writing advanced courses called master classes. We do courses on poetry. We do courses on blogging and how to create a successful blog, even on podcasting. Vandita, my wife, is a clinical psychologist, so she runs a course on emotional well-being using writing as a tool. So it's self-growth through writing it's called. So a lot of different programs, they run through the year now.
Okay. And you started this in which year?
We started in 2016.
Okay, so it's been like 4 years now.
Yeah,
you have
close
been
to
doing.
4 years, yeah.
Okay. So what do you think that like people from all over the world, in fact, come to this place and it's very chilly and cold. What is the motivation which brings them here? Because, I mean, this is Satkhol and it's a small village, by the way, in this Nainital district. So, बहुत रोड से भी नीचे आपको थोड़ा चल के आना होता है and then आप जब ऊपर जाते हैं तो खैर मेरी तो सांस फूलने लगती है. So, first of all, I would like to ask you that what motivates people to come over here and then what motivates you to live here?
So first, it's not always this cold. It's cold right now. And then, of course, you've seen the Bukharis and all our contraptions. So we have ways of staying warm even on cold days. But I think people come because they are looking for something, they're looking for learning. And a lot of people come just looking to get away from there every day. Because if you stay stuck in your everyday, then it's a little difficult to be creative, to do something new. But if you come to a completely new setting and you find some, other people who are like-minded and someone who can inspire you, teach you, give you some, something with which to get started, that's really why people come. Also, when you're in Delhi in May and June, then you don't want to be anywhere in the plains of India.
Yeah.
So you would much rather be somewhere cooler. And
Yeah.
in our place, we don't even have fans. I mean, the warmest it gets is maybe 27, 28 degrees.
Yeah.
So I think people come for the solitude, they come for the learning, they come for the company, a lot of different things.
And what is your motivation to be here?
Well, I'm at home here, really. I mean, I've always liked the mountains, and I love living here. I'm lucky that my wife shares that with me. So it's really home for us. My kids also lived here for 4.5 years, and we just like living here. I like this life. I like the simplicity.
So you had a very lucrative career into corporate, and you also lived in US and also worked over here in India. You got laid off twice, and you went to jail,
Sure.
and then you wrote this book, The Bad Boys of Bokaro Jail, which was published by Penguin. So is there a connection in all these three?
So, well, in some ways, they're all examples of failure. Getting laid off is, is always seen as a failure by people who get laid off. I don't think that's always fair, but there is always this feeling of guilt, of shame, of feeling like a victim when you get laid off. And so it's a kind of failure. Going to a jail, of course, is definitely a failure, or it's definitely a setback in your life. And in all of those cases, the thing that I feel good about is that whenever I've faced a setback, or I've faced a failure of this nature, I've always tried to look at the positive side. I've always tried to look at the silver lining and see, अच्छा ये अगर बुरा हो रहा है तो इसमें कुछ अच्छा भी होगा. So just like I'm talking about, coronavirus is a fantastic way of getting a break.
Yeah.
I got laid off the first time. I didn't do anything different. I just went back and looked for a job again. But when I got laid off for the second time, I saw it as an opportunity. That maybe it's a sign that I really should walk away from this life. And that's when so I didn't look for another job that time, and we actually packed our bags and left the city and moved here. And if I had gone back and looked for another job, we wouldn't be talking today. There would be no Himalayan writing retreat, and I would certainly not be as happy as I am right now. Similarly, when I landed up in jail, it was a corporate mistake. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But you're in jail, and after a couple of days, you figure out कि ठीक है, मार पिटाई नहीं होगी, खाना वाना मिलता रहेगा. फिर उसके बाद your biggest problem in jail is actually boredom. There's nothing to do. And I always had this dream of writing a book. And so I thought I'll start by writing, what's happening around me inside the jail every day, because you can't get more interesting subject matter, right? There's all kinds of criminals, there's all kinds of stories, and they all have crime and drama. So I started writing everything down very, very diligently, and with the dream that as and when this ordeal gets done and I get past it and I am back on my feet, I will look at making something good out of even this 1 month that I spent in jail. And that's really how this book came about, because a diary was then worked on, edited, modified, turned into a narrative with some flow, and finally Penguin published it, and that's my first and only book so far. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So what is this book about, if you would like to tell our readers?
So The Bad Boys of Bokaro Jail is really a diary of 30 days of my time that I spent inside Bokaro Jail. It was a district jail, so it was not convicts, it was under trials. You got to see how a jail system works, how money comes out, how drugs, how alcohol, how everything comes in and out of the jail, how the whole system works, and what's right and what's wrong about it, but mostly it's about what's wrong about it. And so it's really kind of voyeuristic, because you go inside and you can get a look inside a jail without actually having to eat jail food and actually having to sleep on the floor. So that's what the book is about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's non-fiction, it's my real experience. So
Yeah. So I guess you would like to read this book and, of course, the other books which you will be coming up.
sure, I'd love to have you read them.
Yeah. So after coming over here, you started Himalayan Writing Retreat. So is there a connection between writing this book first and then starting the retreat?
Yeah, so I think I discovered my love for writing when I started writing this book. And when I moved to the mountains, I started a blog. And the blog, again, was a hobby blog. It wasn't a professional blog. I wasn't
What's
trying to
the blog called?
It's called uncity.blog.
Uncity.
Yeah,
Okay.
Uncity, UNCITY.
Okay, which means that city se dur jaiye.
हाँ. And the uncity.blog is just about my experience and our experience as a family of leaving the city and moving to the mountains. And so it was just a experiential blog. It was a hobby blog. There was no commercial angle. But as I wrote it and wrote more and more in it, I really enjoyed the writing process. I really enjoyed what I was learning, and people did appreciate some of the articles a lot. And some got over 1,000 views and things like that, which is a lot for a hobby blog. And that I think gave me more confidence than anything else, that I enjoy writing and that I can learn enough to actually teach it. And that's how the kind of whole writing idea started. The fact that I was published with Penguin, of course, gives people some credibility कि अगर Penguin ने किताब छापी है तो कुछ तो आता ही होगा. So
by the way, Chetan has also given a TEDx talk on getting laid off and then his experiences in the jail and then writing a book. The link of the talk is mentioned in the description, so you can also go and watch it.
Thank you.
So as I know that your career lies into corporate for spanning over a period of 22 years, I guess.
That's right, yeah.
तो वो ऐसा कौन सा टर्निंग पॉइंट था जिसके बाद आपने सोचा कि अब मुझे सिटी लाइफ में रहना नहीं है?
It's not any one thing. It's a longer process of building dissatisfaction. कि एक चीज़ हुई और आपको लगा ये गलत है, फिर एक और चीज़ हुई और आपको लगा इसकी क्या ज़रूरत थी, और फिर एक और चीज़ हुई. सो इट्स रियली लाइक लॉट्स ऑफ स्मॉल थिंग्स दैट कॉज द बिल्ड अप. लेकिन हम लोग गुड़गांव में रह रहे थे, तो ट्रैफिक पोल्यूशन, मेरा कम्यूट था गुड़गांव से नोएडा का. जनरली द कल्चर देयर इज़ लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ it's a lot about money and shosha, but I'm not inherently that kind of person. And then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was really the air quality, because the air quality was a severe problem when my son started wheezing. But that was more like the trigger. It wasn't just the one thing because of which we left. Lots of small things. Vandita, my wife, was never really happy in Gurgaon, and I was also just going through all the things because that's what everybody else around seemed to be doing. But it wasn't because I really believed in it. So then we started asking ourselves कि हम शहर में रह क्यों रहे हैं. और उसके 3 जवाब होते हैं. एक होता है नौकरी, एक होती है पढ़ाई, and then there is कि चलो that's what everybody else is doing, and that's where you have family and support and medical and all of those things. But when you start finding substitutes for those things away from the city, then you can choose to live anywhere. And we were lucky, we found a great school. नौकरी थी तो हमने ये बना ली अपनी जगह, तो अब ये नौकरी हो गई. So that's how we've kind of reinvented things and made them work. We've been lucky. But
yeah. But what are the challenges? I'm sure there would be some challenges of living in the mountains. Things are not accessible जितना हम cities में कर लेते हैं. सब्जी लेने के लिए काफ़ी दूर जाना पड़ता है. तो और भी कुछ ऐसे challenges हो सकते हैं जो आपको लगते हैं. What have you felt?
Well, so हाँ ठीक है. I mean, our nearest petrol pump is 30 kilometers away, and गैस के लिए दूर जाना पड़ता है और सब्जी के लिए थोड़ा बहुत जाना पड़ता है. But it's not very difficult. मैनेज हो जाता है. And when I think of the trade-off, and I think that's a personal thing. Some people will put having proximity to a mall and a cinema hall and maybe theater and culture and various things like that much more, and they will put that as more important than being in a green place and being in natural surroundings with physical beauty. यहाँ पे हम मॉल नहीं है, लेकिन रात को तारे दिखते हैं और मिल्की वे दिखता है और पूरा चांद दिखता है, and we see a sunset and a sunrise, and every day is different, every day is beautiful, and we see snow-capped peaks, and there is a value to that. So I think that's really a personal trade-off, saying I think this is more important, this is more valuable, this is worth more to me. Doesn't have to apply to everybody. So.
And what about the cold? Like, are your bodies kind of have adapted to this cold? जैसे मेरा हाथ अभी I'm like shivering a bit.
So the cold has never bothered us, and I think because our kids have also lived here for 4-5 years now, they have also, their skin has thickened. So I don't think हमें से किसी को ठंड लगती है. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सुपरमैन हैं, ठंड तो लगती है, लेकिन it doesn't bother us as much. And we layer up nicely. We have good good shoes, good socks, and rooms के अंदर बुखारी लगा दिए तो लकड़ी जला के हम अपने आप को warm रख लेते हैं.
So as you also say that there is no bad weather, there is only bad clothing.
That's true.
But that was a nice one. Okay.
Yeah.